Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games from the Xbox 360 generation. I still remember just how ridiculously hyped I would be every time Rockstar would release one of those Vidocs showing how the bullet physics and ragdoll physics would work in Red Dead.
The technology behind Red Dead Redemption's highly detailed gunplay and real-time physical reactions is powered by a hybrid of Rockstar Games' proprietary Rage physics engine. It brings dynamic motion synthesis to gameplay, assigning real physics to enemies who will ride the true momentum of a gunshot.
And just all the awesome things you're going to be able to do in this open world. In this game that I consider to be a classic, I've just been dying to have it playable on the go. And since the game is apparently never coming to Steam, releasing this game on the Nintendo Switch is the next best thing. So in this video, I'm going to be comparing the Nintendo Switch version of Red Dead Redemption versus the Xbox Series X port of the game, showing you the graphical differences between these two ports, and really just kind of giving you my thoughts and opinions on the Nintendo Switch version of the game and how it stacks up versus the version that we've had on Xbox for forever. But either way, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this comparison. Let's get started. And right off the bat, the first thing I want to say is that Red Dead Redemption, even all these years later, is still a beautiful game, even on the Nintendo Switch. Really impressive details like how you can see all the horses' muscles move as they walk through the environment look just as impressive on the Nintendo Switch as they did on the Xbox 360. While in some instances the visuals have actually improved for the Nintendo Switch port. As you can see, Armadillo in the distance on Nintendo Switch is pretty decently rendered, while in the same position on Xbox 360, Armadillo's buildings look pretty blocky with some pretty muddy looking textures. Red Dead Redemption's impressive lighting and God ray systems are on full display on Nintendo Switch just as they are on the Xbox port. Though in some instances, the Nintendo Switch port does fall short of the Xbox port when it comes to its lighting. As you can see from this scene, the campfire is projecting light and impressive looking shadows onto the horse that look good even today, though this feature is completely missing from the Nintendo Switch port, which makes me wonder whether this is a bug that's going to be fixed in the future or just one of the features that were cut from the game. The impressive sweeping vistas of Red Dead Redemption still look great even at 720p on the Nintendo Switch, though I did witness some minor hiccups on how the Red Dead Redemption Switch port does render certain details up close, like how the foliage seems to flicker as it tries to render more detail. This is something that does not happen on the Xbox port, and how the power lines appear more jagged in the Switch port as you approach them, whereas on Xbox they look a lot more smooth. A combination of a lack of aliasing combined with the 720p resolution that the Nintendo Switch offers is definitely responsible for some of these visual minor hiccups, though I don't really think they're that noticeable. Like for example, when you aim your gun, the edge of the weapon looks a little fuzzy when compared to the 4K port that we see on Xbox. But as I said, these visual hiccups don't really bother me that much as they're hard to notice on the smaller Nintendo Switch screen.
This'll fetch a good price.
While interestingly, other impressive visuals like how the water looks look just as good on the Nintendo Switch port as they do on the Xbox port. And another really important thing that impressed me when it came to the Red Dead Redemption Switch port is that there doesn't seem to be much audio compression when comparing it to the Xbox port of Red Dead Redemption. The Switch port of Red Dead sounds just as good as Red Dead Redemption sounded on Xbox 360, and that's really important because the game has fantastic audio. Well, anyway, guys, this has been my comparison of Red Dead Redemption on the Nintendo Switch versus the Xbox Series X port that we've had for forever. But either way, guys, at the end of the day, you're probably wondering, is this worth your money? At $50, it's pretty steep for a game that came out in 2010, but I do love Red Dead Redemption. It is a classic for a reason, and I feel like this is a pretty easy choice, especially if you've never played the game before. Say you only play a Nintendo systems and this is the first time Red Dead has ever been available to you. Pick up this game. It's a masterpiece. You're gonna love it. The Undead Nightmare expansion, I feel, is also one of the best DLCs ever released for a video game. The original Red Dead Redemption bundled with Undead Nightmare is a hell of a deal for $50, especially if you've never played it. But if you're like me and you've played this, to death, back in 2010, then, it's a tougher ask. I mean, obviously on Nintendo Switch, it's portable, so that's a nice thing. I mean, that is probably the main reason I picked up this port, was so that I could finally have this classic game playable on the go. But do I wish it was cheaper?
hell yeah. I mean, $50 for a game that came out in 2010, it's pretty steep, but I love this game. And Rockstar knows that we love this game, so here we are. But either way, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison. Let me know down in the comments if you picked up Red Dead Redemption today, and if it's your first time playing on Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 4 or 5, you know, how that's working over there. Either way, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the comparison. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya. Yeehaw.